So CBS Sports HQ, Jonathan Jones, talking about Baker's agent coming out and talking, about the deal and being close to it.
I saw the agent's comments, and I got to say it was a little unusual, Chris, because normally when you are in negotiations, if things are somewhat down the line, you don't go out into the media and talk about the negotiations. You just kind of get it done. And with him talking to a local Cleveland reporter, it seemed to me, and in talking with folks around the league, it seemed to them as well, that this was sort of a leverage play. Go ahead and try to get the fans on your side. Try to get the public on your side. Hey, we're close, so if something doesn't get done, well, just know we were close. We did our job.
So, D-Man, that's the agent coming out and saying, we did our job, and Jonathan Jones saying, you don't usually see that he might be covering his behind being the agents. What do you make of that?
I mean, have you ever heard of Drew Rosenhaus? I mean, Drew Rosenhaus negotiates through the media all the time, okay? He's one of a number of them. So I disagree that agents I disagree with the premise that agents don't negotiate through the media or don't let it out through the media. It does seem sort of counterintuitive that Baker would say after mandatory mini that he's not worried about the extension and it's not in his mind. All he wants to do is win. And then his agent comes out and discusses it. But to me, it all amounts to saber rattling when it's coming from the agents. They're just poking and prodding and it could be termed negotiating through the media, but to me it's more about just letting people know that there's potentially talks going on, and yeah, they want to make sure they're covering themselves if something falls through. But I tend to believe what Baker said at mandatory mini, which is he isn't worried about it. And I think the bigger concern from Mayfield's camp, I'm going to stick with this as long as we have these shows, Dave, as long as you'll have me on these shows, I'm sticking by my story. All three of those guys are looking at each other. And so Baker's like, listen, I'm in no rush to be the first of the three to sign.